Back to work today. Forgot my pass, so I locked my bike outside Cannon Street Station. Left work at 6 p.m. to find just a cut lock and no bike. Resigned to never seeing my trusty steed again and asked the station if they have cameras. A guy appeared, waving at me, and asked me to put the code into my cut lock. He replied, "I have your bike," with a smile I will never forget. His name is Abdul Munid, and he works for Southeastern Railways. He was on a break and saw a guy bolt cut the lock and challenged him to give it back. He then took it inside and waited 4 hours after his shift finished to personally make sure I got my bike back. The world needs more Abduls. He's a legend of a man and a credit to his employer. Wow, I can't believe there's people out there that do this. Like, that's a risky thing to do. You see somebody jacking the bike, you don't know what they'll do, but he stepped up, he got the bike back, and then not only did he just, try to relock it up or something, or just leave it for security. Nah, he wanted to make sure 100% that the right person got this bike back, and he stayed 4 hours after his shift to do so. That's nutty, dude. That's nutty. Abdul, you are the man. What's going on, Modern Chodes? It's your boy Long Nail, back again with another new video. And in today's video, we're going over the hot posts from r/HumansBeingBros. Let's get into it. We had it planned for that morning, and then my court appointment to finalize my adoption came through. The court had picked February 4th at 10 a.m., the same time as the Apex launch. I panicked. Since I ran the ops and online services team for the game, this was bad. DKO5 and everyone else at Respawn actually pushed the secret game launch time back so I could get to my court hearing, then race back to the office and manage the launch with @Zilch and Mike Dern and celebrate with the team. It was an amazing morning for me and my family. And that's why Apex launched at a strange time around lunch on February 4th, 2019. Because @Respawn prioritized my family first. Wow, that's actually pretty big of the company, because a lot of companies would just put you in a situation where you're forced to just tell them, no, I'm prioritizing my family and I gotta be there. And they didn't put you in that sad, unfortunate situation. Instead, they made it accommodations for you and made you a huge part of the launch that you worked for so hard. So that's awesome. This athlete carried a disabled biology student named Eleftheria, sorry if I butchered that, to the top of Mount Olympus. Her dream. Dude, this man has quads of steel. He walked up an entire mountain with somebody else on him? Even if I wanted to do this, I know I physically couldn't. Shout outs to this man, dude. That's incredible. I'm looking for donations of old coolers so we can make winter shelters for the feral cat colony we care for. If you have one you don't need, please consider donating it to us. Thank you so much. They'll look like these. I've never honestly really even thought of something like this. Like, it's crazy that there's people out there that are doing good things that I never even considered. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing. Never in my life has it came across my mind to go, oh, there's cats outside and it's cold. How could I fix that? So, man, thank you. Thanks for always looking out. Crawdad Festival helped man in wheelchair see the show. Oh, that's incredible. This has got to be my favorite one. This dude goes to this festival or concert and he can't see. And instead of just ignoring him, people make him a big part of the show and give him a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's really honestly amazing. And, it's just amazing, dude. I'm honestly speechless. It's so nice to see stuff like this. I had a mate who worked in one of the bigger Lifeline stores in Australia. A woman came into the store with 5 large clear plastic storage boxes and asked to donate them. He looked inside of the boxes and it was thousands of beautifully hand-painted Warhammer pieces. He was shocked and asked why. They were her son's, and she couldn't keep them in the house anymore since his passing. my friend said he couldn't accept a donation. He said the whole collection was worth a lot of money. She had no idea. He asked her for all her details and asked if he could try to sell it for her. She agreed, and his shift went, and he went home and took photos of everything and posted it online in an Australian Warhammer forum. Within a couple of weeks, everything was sold. He called her and she met him at the store. He told her he had sold it to collectors all around Australia who loved her son's work. He handed her roughly $12,000. She cried, he cried, she offered him half, and he said no. She told him she would donate his half to a charity in her son's name and in his name. He said it was the best thing he'd ever done in his life. Man, this dude just, instead of being a scum and taking advantage of an opportunity, he says, no, I'm just going to help this person with no benefit to me, just out of the kindness of my heart, and helped raise $12,000 and sold all this stuff for that woman instead of, just donating all of it, or I don't know, even just taking it all for himself and selling it. And then he didn't even take half or anything. Like, this dude is, honestly, he's like an angel, man. Woman who stayed with her horse for 3 hours until help arrived while the horse was stuck in mud. Okay, now, this is incredible, but I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, number one, how did the horse get in that much mud? And number two, how do they get it out? Like, even when help arrives, how do you get a horse out of the mud that's that deep? I have no idea. Keanu Reeves was on a flight from San Francisco to LA on Saturday, and the plane had to land in Bakersfield, 100 miles short of LA because of a mechanical issue. And instead of taking off like a typical celebrity, he organized a van to take them the rest of the way. Then he entertained the other passengers during the 2-hour drive by reading facts about Bakersfield, playing country music on his phone, and saying goodbye to passengers as they were dropped off. The whole day was documented on Twitter at these two people's things. TLDR, life is weird. Try not to pass on an airplane. But if you almost do it with Keanu Reeves. Ah, that's awesome. Sometimes celebrities get a big head about them and think that they're better than everybody else, for whatever reason. So it's nice to see a celebrity that's just acts normal and is helpful to other people. It's real refreshing to see. Group of young kids caught me on my way into the store. Asked me if I wanted to make a bet. I replied, sure. Older kid said he could ride a wheelie on his bike, stop sign to stop sign. I said, no way. And how much? He said $10. I said, why 10? He said they wanted a large pizza at Domino's. I said, deal. He came very close, but couldn't hold his wheelie that long. While they're figuring out how to come up with $10, I had already ordered their pizza plus a 2-liter of Sprite. Made my night. Love seeing kids be kids. Now, what if this dude really did order this pizza and Sprite, but it was just for himself and he's just sat there and made them watch? No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to ruin this good story. It's nice that he was willing to help them out. And, it's just kids. They want some food. And, if you were feeling kind, you feel kind and you made their night. That's awesome. Car wash gurus, thanks for taking such good care of our cars over the past couple of years. We could always count on you to ensure our cars were clean inside and out. We're going to miss you guys and your hospitality. Thanks again. Yeah, that's one thing about moving that honestly kind of sucks, is all of the close relationships and places you go where you can get good service. You got to re-find all of those. I mean, it really does mean a lot when you can find a place that takes care of your stuff like it's their own. And clearly it means a lot to these people. So thank you for being good business owners. Roger Federer says, I've always had the utmost respect for my friend Rafa as a person and as a champion. As my greatest rival over many years, I believe we've pushed each other to become better players. Therefore, it's a true honor for me to congratulate him on his 20th Grand Slam victory. It's especially amazing that he has now won Roland Garros an incredible 13 times, which is one of the greatest achievements in sports. I also congratulate his team because nobody can do this alone. I hope 20 is just another step on the continuing journey for both of us. Well done, Rafa. You deserve it. Sportsmanship at its finest. Way to be a good loser and not take everything to heart. Like, he could have just trashed this man and just said, oh, well, here's why I'm better, even though we had this much, and just made chaos. And instead he goes, nah, I'm going to be civil about this. I'm going to have good sportsmanship, and I'm going to congratulate him on his wins, even though it means I didn't win. It's nice to see. All right, Modern Shows, that's it for the hot post from r/HumansBeingBros. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And of course, share this video with your friends. And before we go, I want to give a big shout out to my Patreon supporters, PD, Dark Phoenix, Affinity Studios, Meowth, and Upwaiter. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It means the world to me. If anybody else wants to support the channel, there will be a link to the Patreon down below. So, go check it out. Till next time, peace.